Welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 of the Save of the Summer with UD Ibiza as we climb to the top of Spanish football. And let me tell you, we've got a title challenge on our hands.
Hello, party people. This is Captain Kim speaking. Welcome aboard Venga Airways. After takeoff, we'll pump up the sound system because we're going to Ibiza. Ibiza.
Before I get into how we've been getting on so far this season, I just want to outline the actual goals for this save. I don't think I went over them in episode 1. So, apart from obviously getting out of the Segunda Division B into the Segunda Division, which is also called the La Liga Smart Bank, which is the championship in Spain, essentially, and then onwards to winning La Liga. Give me a few years. I want to make Ibiza the most reputable club in Spain. Now, given the competition I've got at the top, it might take me a few seasons, but ultimately that's what I want now. Granted, winning the Champions League and the Copa del Rey and the UEFA Cup, things like that along the way are going to be great because it's going to help build our reputation. But the ultimate goal, not only to get top of this league, but my B team, Ibiza CF. Barcelona B are currently the highest ranked B team from what I can see in the rankings. And I want Ibiza CF to be the best B team in Spain. So it's a two-pronged mission, shall we say, on this save, to bring both Ibiza squads to be the most reputable they can be. Now, obviously, there's limitations for the B side because they can't get promoted to La Liga. They have a ceiling on how far they can go, but I can certainly get their reputation up as far as I can for a B team. Right, how did we get on? So when I left you last time, we had drawn 2-2 on the opening day of the season with Valencia Mestalla. I said I would play offline up until Lanusia, but I might have gone a little bit further. I've gone up to the winter break in Spain, so the 19th of December. And as you can see, we are still unbeaten. Now, there are several draws in there, but they are against probably the stronger B teams in the league. I did turn over Villarreal B, which I was very happy about. But Levante was a draw. Valencia was a draw again. And Hercules Alicante, I don't know what happened that game. It was just a bit of a drab match. I mean, a draw was a fair result. 0-0 going by the XG, probably a fair result. It was just a bit of an anomaly. However, we haven't conceded in the last 6. And the squad itself, given how tiny it is, has had very, very, very few injuries. There's been the odd knock that's kept them out for maybe 1 or 2 games, but they've all come back. They're all raring to go. And I'm very happy with their average ratings. All of these above 7. Now, I think the benchmark for a standard good game in FM21 is 6.8. I think it used to be 6.9. Might have been 7, but I saw somewhere on FM forums that 6.8 is the new average for a good game. So I am absolutely delighted with this squad so far. There are a couple of flyers, but that's because they are mainly only getting substitute appearances because my first team has been so fit so far this campaign that I've not needed to make many changes to the starting lineup, which I'm very, very happy about. Some key players. Let's go to average rating. Key players. He's only played a couple of times, so I'll skip over Ivan Munoz. But Javi Lara, the elder statesman of the side, the deep line playmaker who just sits in that hole, nice and comfortable, maintaining possession, takes set pieces. I think he's had a free kick goal in there somewhere, but he's got assists from corners and from open play. Pardo, he's my halfback. How do I describe him? He's like a I want to say a bulldog, but he doesn't go and win the ball. He doesn't hunt the ball. He's just Mr. Reliable. Mr. Reliable. Apart from giving away the penalty in the first game, which was never a penalty, and it was saved. But he's like Mr. Reliable, Mr. Safe. Drops into that back line when the wing backs are flying, and the wing backs have been playing superb. Absolutely brilliant. I've not dropped them back. I've kept them advanced as proper wing backs because Pardo dropping in has done such a brilliant job protecting the defence that I've not needed to pull them back. And Ablakor, after his first shaky debut, I think his average rating has been, he's been superb. I can't fault anyone in the squad apart from that gamble that I took with Mr. Lord Bentner. I'm going to be the greatest striker in the world in 5 years. Yeah, it's not really working out for me. He's only got 1 goal in 6 games. He was injured at the start of the season, and I have brought him in to try and to give him a run of games to get his goal scoring up, but it's just not happening for me. So he's been relegated to a substitute, and Rodado has maintained his starting 11 status with 4 goals in 6 games. I like him. I like Rodado. He's technically very, very good. A little bit of pace, but this pit down here means he's not going to be a long-term player for me. He just doesn't work hard enough. Doesn't do enough for the team. I probably won't renew his contract at the end of the season unless he has a blinding second half. But I did make some moves in the transfer market. Granted, they're only loans, but having got my head around the registration rules with players over the age of 23, I've managed to secure some incoming loans for the second half of the season that are all under the age of 19, so don't need to be registered, which is brilliant because I won't have to change the squad at all. Martin van der Voort, like one of the wonder kid goalkeepers in FM21 at 18 years of age, has agreed to join the club on loan. I mean, he's straight in the starting lineup, not even questioning it. Mohamed Kamara and Unai Gotti, they are backup players under the age of 23 purely. If I need to bring them into the squad for squad registration purposes, then I will do. But ultimately, they'll probably end up in the B team. Ferran Sarsenadas, he's still got to agree the contract yet, but I'm approached to signing him on a free transfer at the end of the season. His contract is expiring, so I can get in there on a free transfer and as a understudy to Pardo at halfback. Granted, he's more of a deep line playmaker, but at 23 and with training at halfback, there's no reason why he can't drop in there, especially when he's already competent at centre half. So I'm hoping that he agrees to the contract that I've offered him because he'll be a fantastic signing for next season. On loans coming in tomorrow, actually, 4th of January. A right winger that's left-footed that I'm going to play as a pressing forward on the left-hand side. It's a bit of a gamble. I've negotiated the loan so that he doesn't have to play in a specific position. And I'm going to see how he gets on because the pace that he's got, the dribbling, the finishing, the technique. To me, he's got all the hallmarks of an advanced forward that will sit on the left-hand side for me. I'm quite excited about that one. Enzo Melio. I have no idea why he's joining me on loan. I really don't. He could play in the Segunda division, hands down. But I'm going to bring him in. Once again, he's a player that I've negotiated to not be needed for a specific position. I'm going to come and bring him in as an advanced playmaker in the centre of the park. He's just got everything needed to be like an archetypal central attacking midfielder. So once again, I'm hoping that he will warm to the idea of playing more of a central midfield role, but he's one that I'm excited about. And then finally, another 18-year-old just to bolster the squad because I have literally no options up front if I get any decent injuries. He's only here to make up the numbers. Bit of pace, bit of flair, bit of technicals up top, very technical overall. Good decision making, determined. He'll do a job for me. He's all I'm signing him for. It's on loan, end of the season. But that's it. That's the transfer business that I've got done so far. They come in on the 4th of January, which is tomorrow. So, on to the game for this video is Orihuela. I hope I've pronounced that right. My Spanish is once again terrible. Still undefeated in the league. Not conceded in 6. The squad is relatively fit. Let's get into the game. Oh, one thing I didn't mention is the first game against Valencia, I said that we were playing too high, and I've dropped my defensive line from very high back to high, and I've not touched it since, and we've been doing brilliant. So I don't think there's much tactical changes that I need to make. The familiarity amongst the squad is couldn't be any better, apart from the odd role that people need to warm to. And I think that's helped a lot by training. Now here's my training schedule. This I've cobbled together from a few various sources. One is Fox in the Box. Apologies, I can't remember the name of the other two guys that I looked at when they were doing training schedules. But what warmed to me was how offensively minded they were, in the sense that for the bulk of the week you do your overall and you do your outfield, because they cover the majority of player attributes. So it's kind of like a one session fits all scenario. As you get closer to game day, you work on the specific technicals that are going to actually have an effect on the match at the weekend. So attacking movement, match tactics, teamwork, and the match preview all go into the game itself. And then the day after is recovery and a match review of how the game went. All of this helps build team cohesion and understanding and tactical familiarity, which to me is, I think, plays a massive part in FM21. Team cohesion and understanding of the way you play in the tactics. To me, from the saves that I've been playing, when you compare a team that doesn't know how to play together and doesn't understand the tactic, no matter how good they are, compared to a team that might have lesser ability players but a greater understanding of how you play and how you play together, to me, I think that puts you in better stead for overall better performances. And that's it. That's the schedule that I play every week. And then the only changes I make would be if there's a change in the game day, I would put a rest day or a recovery session or a match review at different places as and when needed. Right, let's go. Orihuela should be winning this one fairly comfortably. Come on, lads, show me what you can do to keep this run going. Teaming with rain in our Orihuela. Is that going to suit our short style? I'm not entirely sure it will. Depends how heavy it is, really, on how thick the pitch is. As long as we're taking our time like we normally do, we'll be able to maintain possession. Go on, Ablacor. Supported by Molina. Fernandez! Oh, what a stop. Great save at the near post from the goalkeeper. It's a nice positive start. Nah, not going to scream for a penalty there. I think that was a pretty good tackle. Well in. Munoz, 18 years of age, has been superb this year. So mature. At such a tender age. So much space on the other side of the pitch. Switch it across. Brilliant, Lara. I keep wanting to call him Brian Lara. What a ball. Davo Ronaldo. Oh, disallowed again. That's the second time he's had a disallowed goal this season. Give him a warning, ref. What? You've got to be kidding me. What about that was a straight red? Right, Rodado off. Russo on. We've still got 2 pressing forwards up top, so it's not going to change the shape too much. Unbelievable red card. 3 games he's out for now. I don't think this 16-year-old right back's gonna be able to handle that much first team football in such a short amount. Oh, come on, Carlos Fernandez. The absolute workhorse up front. He doesn't give up on anything. Chases every lost cause down. Delighted for the man. Brilliant header. I might even give him another contract into next year. Not much else happening. Now, what I really don't want to do is try and sit back on this lead with 10 men for 60 minutes. It's not really going to affect us too much at the back. Just depends on if Russo can play well or not, and he's on a 7.2. Might change to playing on the counter. There's a lot of space. It's a big pitch. What a save. Right. I'm going to pull these 2 back. Can Davo play in the middle? No. I'm going to set it to counter. Is cautious the new counter? I never play counter. I just keep it on positive. We'll leave it on positive. I'll pull the wing backs back. Give me a little bit more insurance. I mean, in theory, Orihuela aren't the strongest side, so we should be alright with 10 men. Oh, well nicked. Davo. I love that he's Spanish called Davo. What, Davo? Beautiful ball. Now drive with it. Drive, drive, drive. Drive, Russo. Come on, son. I've got faith in you. Oh, Fernandez. I like that we're still maintaining the majority of possession. Pass completion still good. We're still ahead on match stats. We're still controlling the game with 1 less man. Good half, boys. I'm going to point the finger at him because the match engine doesn't always show the offence as it might look according to what's happened in the back end. So, for example, he might have thrown an elbow out and absolutely smashed someone, but the match engine, the game itself, might not show it like that. So he must have got a red for a reason. So I'm going to have to shout at him for being an absolute dim low. I've in all my years playing FM, right back to when it used to be called Championship Manager, I have never ever had a red card overturned post game. You know, when it says fine them or challenge the ban, you know, you can choose to try and get it overturned. Not once have I had one of them overturned, so I'm going to side on the cautious bit here and say that he probably deserved it, even though I don't know why at this stage. That's a great head, Fernandez. Go on, mate. Press him, press him, press him. William Pardo. Absolute animal. I can't see the game that far down. That's a disgusting goal.
Jesus Christ.
That's absolutely disgusting. What the... Oh, come on, boys. The draw's not the worst, but this is really a game we should have won. Devo! Oh. There's no one really they're going to score from this, aren't they? The first game against Valencia, Ablacor had a mare. He's played brilliantly since. The first game of the next video gets himself sent off. He just doesn't like the big matches. He feels the pressure. I promise you, he's been great though. Oh, I have a day off, keeper. What's he on? He's only on a 6.5. Right, Moki on. Do we risk putting Bentner on? Can Nicholas Bentner save us in the last 5 minutes? Let me just change his role. I don't want him to be a pressing forward because he's a lazy bastard. Let's put him on deep lying. Let's try and link up with the midfield. Good ball. Oh, Russo, I thought you was going to get my man of the match award then. Bentner's on. He's 6'4". Get him up for the corner. Oh, they've already taken it. Wonderful. Last attack. Bentner. Show us your magic. Oh my god! Oh my god! What a strike! What a strike!
He must have a foot like a traction engine.
Goal! What a strike to win the game in stoppage time. Oh my god. Both the substitutes link up. What a way to win the game. Unbelievable. I bet he's got like 7 for long shots. He's only got 10 for long shots, but his technique's carried him. Unbelievable goal. Well, what a game to put on for you guys. Well done, lads. That was a good win with 10 men, with an absolute wonder screamer at the end. See, like this here, as I was saying, it says appeal against the ban. I've never had an appeal work. But my assistant says that the dismissal for the bad tackle is harsh and you should consider appealing. Alright. I'm going to appeal. Right, guys, I'm going to let you know about that ban and how he gets on in the next video. If we quickly check the schedule. Leganes next in the Copa del Rey second round. I'm hoping a good cut run will give us a bit of wedge this season. But then again, everyone says that, don't they, on every save. A good cut run will give us a bit of money because at the minute we are brassic. Not much coming into the club every month. Quite a bit going out. I told you I was going to go over my wage budget. After that, I will probably finish up until the end of the group stage, and then it will split into the playoffs. The next video, I'll probably start at the first game of the playoffs. I'll let you know how that red card appeal went, and I'll give you an update on the loanees that we've got coming in that we went through before. I'll see how they integrate into the squad. But until then, if you've got any questions or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the video. It really helps. Especially this is only my second video on the channel. You know, YouTube algorithm and all that malarkey. If you want to get in contact with me, you can do on Twitter, which is @Walls. We've got a Discord, which I'll post a link to below. And I also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Walls. All the links on that I'll put down below. But thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't seen the first video, go and check that one out. And I will see you guys in a couple of days. Peace.